What's up, Mossy? What are you doing?
Okay, so we're getting ready to go to the gym and we're catching up. Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
She's back.
Oh, I am so nervous. All right, so you guys know about my strength and conditioning programs. For the past 11 years, I've been providing that service to you guys, and you guys also know about True. And if you didn't know about True Supplements, it's my company. So over the past year and a half, I've been merging the companies together, and now we are going to be calling this system True Training. True Training, I'm getting really serious. True Training will be a system. It will be your one-stop shop to get your programming, your supplementation, your nutrition, your mental health, and it is a space for women. All I do is work. As a single mom, it's been really taxing on me. So now with this True Training, it's more than just me. I know that I've done a lot of things on my own, but one of the things that I've truly come to realize is that you need a team. You need support. And finally, this is what I have right now, support. So hopefully everyone can come in. I want each individual who has grown with me to understand that we're not letting ourselves go. Let's go! You want some? I got my supplements, my BCAAs, my creatine, my pre-workout, and my shoes. Typically, before I go to the gym, I had breakfast. Apparently, Trader Joe's has a whole bag, and I've been buying these like pre-made little bags. This is probably the best oatmeal concoction that I've ever had. 2 of these packets with almond milk, putting 1 tablespoon of almond butter in water, mixing it, a little sea salt, a little date for sweetness, a little vanilla extract in there, voila. This is where you're going to seek the benefits of having functionality in your life, and you can do stuff like this.
Yeah.
That's where your buck's jumping. The same care that I put in my body, I want to put it in my interpersonal relationships, into my life. Life is not only about work and fitness. Life is about connecting and living life to the fullest. So I'm starting to figure out a lot of things, and I think we're gonna figure it out together. So let's get it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I love life. Perfect Saturday or Sunday for me would be like going to Millennium, for example, and doing a hip hop class, or like going hiking and just living life, just interacting with your environment and people. Like life is too good. This pre-workout is probably one of the best pre-workouts that you're ever going to have. It already has creatine in it. There's absolutely no crash. So this is what I do prior to warming up. By the time that I'm hitting my workout, this is kicking in. I just wanted to do this so that I look cool.
Hardcore.
And then BCAAs. This is all plant-based from fermented sunflowers, and protecting lean muscle mass and making sure that you are building lean muscle mass. People that go into their workouts and they don't warm up properly, we're just gonna put you through a warm-up today that is really going to increase your core temperature, prepare those tendons and ligaments, and just get you ready for the workout. So let's get it. We're starting the workout with max high jumps. So when you guys see this, don't think about how high I'm jumping. Work with what you have. We're gonna start with 4 sets of 5 single max high jumps. So in between sets, if you need to take a break, a minute, minute and a half, do so, but that's it. Let's get it. Think about loading, jumping, and bending your knees to absorb. Take a nice deep breath in. Rest it out. Do another set. Think about movement being about the entire body. So you want to load, explode. We're going to use momentum with our arms, right? Athletic arms, right? So we're going to come up, up, up. Because of my exercise-induced asthma, cardio is really hard for me. So I try to keep up with my fitness and try to keep up with my cardiovascular work, because if not, I would have a really hard time performing daily tasks. So initially, when I put you through a program, I make sure that you guys go through iso holds and tempos. This is going to guarantee that your tendons and your ligaments are strong enough that once we go into a more dynamic movement, you're able to sustain that load. So progressive overload is a great way to keep progressing. The next block of exercises, we have 3 sets of 1-3-1 tempo on our reverse lunge, which means it's gonna take us 1 second to find our lunge, 3 seconds to hold, 1 second to get out of it. And you can use dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells. I'm going with barbells today because I'm loading pretty heavy. One of the reasons why we're doing this kind of tempo is to help you have more strength at the toughest point of an exercise. So you guys are going to see that I'm going into 155, maybe a little bit more on my last set. I am obviously warming up and I will end at 70% of my capacity for that movement. Eventually, in a couple of weeks, then I can go into higher reps later on, and I'm going to be able to get out of those positions easier because my body knows what it is to hold. My ligaments, my joints are ready to take on that load. The next 2 movements are quite, like if you think about it, they're gonna feel really hard, but this is what's going to prepare your knees, your hamstrings to be really, really strong for other things. So we have a Spanish squat and we have a glute ham iso hold. We're doing 3 sets of each, holding the glute ham raise for 20 seconds and holding the Spanish iso hold, Spanish squat iso hold for 30. We're gonna set this up. Curl the hips under until we can feel glutes and hamstrings. And from here, is if all you have is this, that's it. Just hold it for 20 seconds. You don't necessarily have to go as low as I go. This other exercise, I really like it a lot because it really takes care of all the muscles that are surrounding the knee when it comes to an interior knee pain. If your quads are really weak, this is going to strengthen those tendons, ligaments, and the muscles that surround the knee. It's all about just being comfortable, being uncomfortable. We're going to attach this band to an immovable object. We're gonna loop our legs into the band, and we wanna stay vertical in this movement. So I'm gonna push back, find my squat, stay vertical, and drop to a 90 degree, parallel to the floor, and let the band just pull the femur and just hold. I mean, I can do this all day. And that's the hope, that you're able to create this consistency and all these good patterns. And this is also why we do creatine, to delay lactic acid. So the next exercise we're gonna do is another healthy knee, healthy lower body exercise. All we're doing is grabbing a kettlebell that you're comfortable with. You can also do this without any resistance by just holding on to maybe a pole or a column or something that is sturdy. And all we're doing is stepping down into a single leg squat and reaching our heels towards the floor while maintaining tension. Here I'm using this weight for counterbalance. I'm feeling most of my weight on my heels, and I'm holding for 20 seconds. And then we have an all four belly lift. Over time, the more you do this exercise, the more we're reverting this anterior pelvic tilt. When you're training, there's a lot of people that do not go into full hip extension, who do not know how to use their bodies. So these positions may seem really boring, but they're really, really beneficial for the body, which is why we're taking you through this entire program so that you're able to be functional and out of pain. We don't want you to be hurting. We want you to know how to use your body. So you're gonna be in all fours here, and all I'm doing by lifting the belly button in, there's this pelvic tilt that happens, turning on the hamstrings and trying to find the obliques at all times. So we're gonna expand our bellies now. Bring it in, and you're gonna feel obliques, and all I want you to do is breathe. So for the next set of core, we have banana iso holds. So I'll give you 3 different versions of this, even though we cover it on the program. So we go here. If this is too hard for you, you can go here. If this is too hard for you, then you can bend your legs. We have 3 sets of 30 seconds. Pull in your belly button, get the shoulder blades off the floor, squeeze your legs, lift. This one move is an assisted flexion roll. So you're going to attach a light power band up in a immovable object. And you want to bring your elbows towards your knees, be compressed, and all I'm doing from this position is leaning back and using my abs and the band to assist me back in position, okay? And if you do this well, and you're able to maintain your elbows close to your knees the entire time, you should feel a ton of core. Okay, so have fun with that one. It's gonna take you a few rounds to figure out, but right at the end of the reps, we have 30 seconds for the bananas, and we have 10 reps here. We have 3 sets. Last but not least, we're gonna add a little bit of mobility, right? So we wanna start in all fours, just like we started warming up, and we're going to go into a modified pigeon, which I want you to release your glutes. Just bring your arms straight down and hold this position. You can also go here on your forearms, but if you want to stay here, stay here. All of our programs, even though you are challenged during the workout, what you're gonna feel after, your body's going to feel so good. I guess you're gonna be sore, but your joints are not gonna hurt, your ligaments, your tendons, nothing hurts. Right now we're just headed to one of my favorite diners. Like, one of the things that I pride myself on is having a balanced lifestyle in which I can socialize still and still eat how I eat at home. So I love this place. We're about to eat because I just burned about 600 calories and it is time. When I go out, I'm always looking at places where they have fresh ingredients, and most of it is whole. On a Saturday, Sunday, I love breakfast. I love breakfast for breakfast, lunch, dinner, but I still stay with the usual, which is a good source of carbs, a good source of protein, a good source of healthy fats. And then when I order, I am going to tell the waiter, like, hey, can you go easy on the oil, no butter, my toast is dry, because everything else is going to be party. And just know that restaurants are in the business of making food taste good, and what makes food taste good? Usually fats. In my diet, I don't do a lot of dairy. I don't do any fried foods, to be honest, like maybe once in a blue. So I still stick to those ingredients. I want a lot of protein because that's what's going to sustain my muscle. I always treat myself to something during the week, and it's called a Dutch baby. So it has a lot of butter. So because we're sharing it amongst 4 people, what I do is throughout the day, the next things that I'm going to have, I'm really conscious about the amount of fats that are going into my foods. After I metabolize this, what I'm going to have is probably 2.5 scoops of my protein with no fats, just the protein itself. And then for dinner, because I'm having a lot of carbs, I'm going to be conscious. And then Monday is just back to my normal. But this is how I treat myself I love to eat. Look at this. Look at. Oh my God.
I don't think you want any, huh? No. You'd rather have like a plate of broccoli or something. No.